Nah, let's keep it a buck. DJ Khaled has exposed himself as one of the fakest dudes in hip-hop. Energy don't lie, bruh. I always felt something off about him. And Ace Hood's my confirmation. He did that man dirty and now look. Drake washing his hands of him, fans roasting him, his own cousin calling him a traitor for staying silent on Palestine. Khaled been living off other people's talent front like he's a genius when really he's just a middleman screaming, "Another one." But guess what? The industry finally said, nah, we don't need another one, we're done. Look, I'll give Khaled his credit. He ain't just pop up out of nowhere. Bruh been around since the early 2000s, grinding on radio, rolling with Terror Squad, Fat Joe, playing his part in that Miami wave.
You around me, you know, I get you hype and energetic, you know what I'm saying? Anything I do, I'm just mad energy.
Then Snapchat blew him up into a walking meme. He knew how to use social media before most rappers even figured out how to post a story. And let's be real, the music hit too for a while. I'm the One, Wild Thoughts, All I Do Is Win. You couldn't escape those joints. His 2017 album Grateful went double platinum. Every party, every club, you heard Khaled's name even if he barely touched the beat. But here's the thing. All that success built him a bubble. A money-fueled bubble where he started believing his own hype. Like We the Best wasn't just a tag but gospel and fans played along because he was harmless. Kinda goofy. The guy always yelling positivity. The industry rocked with him, the memes kept him relevant, and his Rolodex was stacked. But under all that shouting and jet skiing on Snapchat, you could already tell he was more about the brand than the art. The whole, what does Khaled even do on a record joke wasn't really a joke. He was just a middleman curating vibes and living off features. That's cool when people love you. But once the tide turns, that same formula makes you look real expendable. 2019 was the moment the mask slipped. Khaled dropped Father of Assad and thought it was automatic #1. He had the features, the budget, the machine. He figured nobody could touch him. But then Tyler, the Creator, dropped Igor. Whole different vibe, experimental, creative, something fresh, and boom, it takes the top spot. And Khaled, instead of congratulating the man like a grown-up, he threw a temper tantrum. Went online salty talking about, I make albums so people can play them everywhere. Not that mysterious shit you never hear.
I gotta say this too. I make albums so people can play it and you actually hear it. You know, driving your car, you hear another car playing it. You know, go to the barbershop, you hear them playing it. You know, turn the radio on and you hear them playing it. You know, it's playing everywhere. It's called great music. It's called albums that you actually hear the songs. Not no mysterious shit and you never hear it. On your dome.
Basically saying Tyler's album ain't real music because you can't hear it blasting at the barbershop. Bruh, do you hear yourself? Tyler out here pushing boundaries, creating art. You out here mad because you didn't hear Igor playing at 7-Eleven. That meltdown showed the world what I already felt. Khaled ain't about creativity. He's about charts and ego. Tyler even laughed at him later. Said he was moonwalking in a wig while Khaled had every A-list artist on speed dial and still lost.
The Khaled thing was like, it was fun. It was just watching a man die inside because the weirdo was winning. I was moonwalking in a wig. Everyone on his album, everyone wasn't wrong. Like, I'm not in the barber shop. I'm not at the club. I'm not diddy skitty. I'm not in the back of the Maybach. So for some guy like that to kind of indirectly be like, that ain't real rap. That ain't real black music. That's what it felt like.
That moment exposed Khaled for what he really was. A sore loser who built his identity on being #1. And once that ego cracked, people stopped looking at him like the goofy, positive, mean guy and started seeing the jealousy, the greed, the entitlement. That was the turning point. From there, everything Khaled did started looking fake. After that Tyler meltdown, Khaled started doubling down on the image. The man went from lovable meme to walking parody of himself. Every move he made just screamed out of touch. Remember when he said nobody could beat him in a versus?
They think this shit is normal.
Right.
It's not.
That's why you can't do a verses. You will smoke everybody in verses.
We gotta love I mean, that's facts. But no. Anybody's ever asked me that, I always said that. I'm never backing down on that talk. But I'm saying, I'm not doing a verse. I got love for verses. I sound clash my whole life. I've been battling my whole life. Trust me. But when it comes down to battle and verses and all that, I'm more of a fan of it because I used to sound clash my whole life.
Bruh, stop. You ain't even rapping. You yelling, "We the best" over other people's work.
DJ Khaled, we the best!
That's like the substitute teacher saying he could out-teach the professor. Delusional. And then that video of him being carried by his security so his Jordans wouldn't get dirty. Man, do you know how wild that looks in a world where folks working 3 jobs just to keep the lights on? People starving, struggling, and Khaled got grown men carrying him like some pharaoh just so the souls don't scuff. That ain't Major Key, that's Major Clown. Even the whole positivity brand started looking fake. He'd hype himself up like he was some motivational guru, but behind the scenes, label people saying he was furious, mean, and entitled when he didn't get his way. The public only saw the smiley DJ Khaled yelling blessings, but industry folks saw the other side. That's when people started asking, who is the real Khaled? The meme guy we laughed at, or the greedy, self-absorbed dude who can't handle losing? Either way, the shine was fading. Now this part right here, this is where the downfall got real ugly, because DJ Khaled ain't just any artist. He's Palestinian, one of the biggest, most famous Palestinians on earth. You think when your people going through hell, you'd use that platform, right? Speak up, donate, show some backbone. But Khaled, silent, posting lobster dinners in sneaker halls while Gaza getting bombed. Fans lit his comments on fire. Your country under attack and you dancing? Don't call yourself Palestinian. Even his own cousin called him out. Same bloodline, same village, saying there's no excuse. That's your people. Meanwhile, folks like Bella Hadid risking careers, getting shadow banned, dragged online, but standing on business. And Khaled, nothing. He played it safe because controversy might mess up the bag. It ain't even the first time either. Back in 2016, he was doing shows for Sabra Hummus, a company tied to funding the Israeli military. Palestinians saw that as a straight-up sellout move. D.L. Hughley went off on him after that clip of Khaled being carried to save his Jordans. Said, we're used to Palestinians being carried, but usually it's bodies with no shoes, no feet. Dave Chappelle even joked, how Khaled the only fat Palestinian on earth right now. People starving, he eating good. Bruh, when comedians turning you into a punchline over your silence, that's bad. And it shows. The people he claims to represent don't even claim him back anymore. They see the truth. Khaled picked money over his people. And once that label hit him, sellout, traitor, coward, is stuck. And here's the crazy part. That same selfishness, that same silence, it's exactly what came back to bite him with Drake too. See, Khaled could have maybe survived the Palestine heat if the music still hit. But the one dude keeping him afloat, Drake. And once that relationship cracked, it was curtains. For years, Drake was Khaled's cheat code. Every album rollout had the same meme. Did the Drake vocals come in yet? And people joked about it, but it was true. Khaled built whole projects around whether Drake sent them a file. That's not producing. That's babysitting a Dropbox. So in 2023, Khaled teased his next album like it was a blockbuster. I got 2 Drake songs. Bruh was running around with posters, shouting it on IG. Even dropped a Hollywood-style trailer with Mark Wahlberg like it was Fast and Furious. Whole promo campaign built on the fact he had Drake features. Not the music, not the concept, just Drake. But then February 2025 came and Khaled made the big announcement. And Drake nuked it with one IG comment, must be Drake Bell. Whole internet started clowning him. Cutting off foreign aid, memes flying everywhere. Within days, Khaled deleted the announcement like it never happened. That was the moment. The world saw how desperate he really was.